Hi, I'm Emmeline Choi, the Holistic Facialist, and I'm back this week with another video on how you can look after your skin as we come into spring and hopefully into summer as well. So I just wanted to give you some of my, I guess, top tips on how you can gradually transition your skin to summer skin. We don't need to do a lot, we don't need to really change the skin a lot, or our routine for that matter, but just tweaking it here and there will hopefully allow us to have that lovely glow, and by summer we don't feel like we need a full face of makeup. We can just literally pop on a little bit of tinted moisturiser and off we go out the door. So these are my top tips on how you can transition your skincare. So the first thing I would say is, if you can, go and get a really good facial done. If you come to the clinic with me, you can obviously have something that's really deep cleansing, maybe do even like a glycolic peel, but a very, very light one. I wouldn't recommend having anything too harsh, but something like a 10 or 15% peel might be quite nice, just to get rid of all those layers of dead skin that have built up over winter. Usually in winter time we tend to wear lots of heavier makeup and yeah, lots of rich creams, oils, all that sort of thing. So we want to make sure that our skin is nice, fresh and glowy, and it's like a really good base for us to start with. The second thing I would say is to do a really good exfoliation. I know I mentioned this in quite a few videos, but exfoliating the skin is really important. If you can do an exfoliation once a week, that's brilliant. If you're not doing anything at the moment, or you may only do it once a month, I would recommend increasing it to once a week, sometimes even twice a week if you find that you've got really bad problematic skin. I only really recommend 2 exfoliators. The first one is the Nimu exfoliating enzyme. This is made with pineapple papaya enzymes, and what it does, it kind of eats away dead skin cells instead of scratching them away. And it's like a gel, so there's no granules in it, and it just, to say, it just kind of dissolves away that dead skin. I do love this little eating away hand movement. But yeah, so it's a really nice, gentle way of doing exfoliation. And the other method that I would recommend is using my exfoliating beads. They're perfectly spherical little jojoba beads, and they just lift away dead skin cells instead of scratching them away. They're nothing like these microbeads that are damaging the environment. I just want to make that clear. These are jojoba beads and they do naturally break down. I would steer clear of any really harsh scrubs, any apricot kernel scrubs, or heaven forbid salt or sugar, anything like that. I wouldn't recommend using that on your face. They just seem to, they can tear the top layers of the skin, cause a lot of damage, cause sensitivity, make you more prone to pigmentation, dry the skin out, yada yada yada. So I would say a nice gentle exfoliation once a week. If you are using a granular exfoliator, don't scrub. You don't want to be really, really rough. You just want to do just light, gentle movements, just to, as I say, lift away dead skin cells. So that is something I'd really recommend building into your routine. After that, I would say then you want to obviously apply your correct day or night preparation. If you're doing it at night, I would recommend using a really light cream. We find, or I find, if you look in on the high street and look at night creams, they tend to be really, really rich, and I kind of half understand why, because we want something that's a bit more nourishing at night, and obviously we don't want to walk around with an oil slick on our face during the day. But sometimes they can just be really heavy, and you apply them to your face before you go to bed. They really sit on your skin, and you wake up and it's either all over your pillow, or you've just got this really shiny face and it's just not soaked in. You want something that is very active and that will hydrate your skin overnight. You don't need a really, really thick, heavy cream that's just going to sit and block your pores. So I know we tend to go for something that's richer over Christmas, but over winter in the colder months. But as we come into spring, summertime, you want something a little bit lighter and something that you can control a bit more. My face cream is a really, really light face cream. You can use it twice a day. It's got hyaluronic acid in it and loads of other really, really hydrating active ingredients. The thing I like about it is it just disappears into your skin really easily. It doesn't block your pores and it doesn't sit on your skin either. If you find that you want a little bit more richness at night, you could build in something like my face serum, which is an oil-based serum, or even the Viceroy and Grace face oil. These are really great face oils that you can build in. So if you find it's a really warm night, I mean, it's probably not going to be anytime soon, but if it gets like a really warm night, you don't want to have a really rich oily cream on your face. But then again, some days, I don't know, depending on what you've been doing, if you've been in a really dry environment, you can go to bed and your skin can feel quite dehydrated, and so it's nice that you can be in charge of how much oil or how rich you want your night cream to be. So I would recommend just tweaking that a little bit, your night preparation, and using something like a lighter face cream, and then if you do want a bit more nourishment or richness, you can add in a face oil as well, so you've got a bit more control. Another tip that I would recommend is a really good sun protection, and I know a lot of people only wear sun protection in summer, but you must wear it all the way through the year. You want to protect your skin from UVA rays and UVB rays, and the UVA rays are pretty much the same level all year round. So these are the ones that cause cancer, these are the ones that cause aging and fine lines, which is generally what people are more concerned about. So I recommend this, which is the Nimue Sun Protection. It's an SPF of 40, it's got UVA and UVB protection. You want to be using a sun protection that is really high, a good decent factor. You don't want like an SPF of 8. And generally, if you have it, a lot of people say, oh, it's in my foundation or it's in my moisturiser. They're generally not that well formulated. You want something that is going to really protect your skin properly every single day, because we are constantly what's the word? We're constantly being exposed, that's the word. We're constantly being exposed to UVA rays throughout the day, and so we do need to protect our skin from that. So I would really recommend using a sun protection every single day. I use that one as a primer underneath my makeup. My makeup lasts all day, or if I'm not using that, I'll just use a tinted version, which I'm going to get into in a minute. But do make sure, even if you're wearing your foundations and all that, you do have a good sun protection on, because you need to protect your skin. And as the sun starts to come out, you'll be at more risk of pigmentation and fine lines and wrinkles. So yeah, make sure you've got your sun protection on. The final thing I would say is, when you're gradually transitioning to wearing less and less makeup, firstly, I wouldn't just do it overnight. Some people who don't wear makeup or don't wear makeup often, it's not a problem. But if you're used to wearing a full face of foundation every day, it can be a little bit daunting to suddenly go from nothing, from a full face to nothing. I recommend, I know I rave about the Nimue, but I do rave about the Nimue. This is the Nimue Tinted SPF, and clients love this product. I love it. I wear it on my days off. I wear it if I don't want to have a lot of makeup on. And I would say, if you're trying to transition down from wearing a full face of makeup to wearing less and less, it's a really good place to start. So it's a nice, it's almost like a tinted moisturiser really, and I would recommend going from your foundation maybe just wearing a bit less and a bit less, so gradually by the time summer comes you just have to pop a tiny bit of tinted moisturiser on, your sun protection of course, maybe a bit of mascara, and you're out the door. So you want to just gradually transition your skin, just so you don't feel so naked if you're used to wearing a full face of makeup. So I think, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say today. I hope the weather is perkier than where it is here. It's very grey, but spring is on its way. I'm very excited. I've got these beautiful tulips here that are looking beautiful. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.